Hey, this is Daryl at 10 Foot Truck, Good Attitudes Services. Just dropped off 2 shipments and heading on home. Got some snacks, got me another one of these coffee drinks for the long ride home. See how it tastes. Not bad. I didn't sleep very well last night, so I need a caffeine boost. See if I need this hat. No, actually, it's kind of cold out. Potato chips. This hat's a little too much. Alright, eating here. Got some gas. And get out of here. Just gassed up, ready to go. It's pretty busy out here today. You gotta watch these cars around here. You can go on that side over there, back. On the back side over here. A little snow out here. Where I live, we don't have. It is higher elevation up here, but got a lot more snow up here than we did where I live. Interesting. I wonder how much more the elevation is up here to have as much snow. It's all over the streets here. I don't know which way I should go. I don't really know this town that well. I'm gonna go further up this way and see if I can get Yeah, it's much like we don't have any snow where I'm at right now, which is unusual. Normally there'd be quite a bit of snow at this time of year, but up here they got snow. So I don't know what the difference. Elevation, there must be a difference. Oh wait, is this a dead end over here? No. Yeah, I think I went the wrong way. Oh well. I have to get back around the side over here. Yeah, it's this way, okay. I think I got a bumps out here. If I have to go back, I think that way over there, yeah. Just goes through the, man, these aren't speed bumps, these are just cracks. Okay, let's see anyone walking over here. Let's see how this goes. Should go to the main drag back to where I need to be. I think I just made a wrong turn. I've been to this town several times, but back here I've been back in this area here. I'm just blown away with all the snow they have. I didn't even know it snowed at all anywhere. I mean, I only live about 25 miles from this place, and I had no idea because it wasn't snowing where we were at. So I'm gonna take a right here. This goes. I'm gonna go left here. Get back on the main drive. See if I can get across. See, it's pretty busy out here. Oh yeah, this is a lot of traffic. Okay. I know what I should do on that. See if I can make it after these people. Oh shit, man. Okay, after that truck coming in here. This is kind of like rush hour. Okay, here we go. Now we're on. Okay, we're
on the road.
Once you get on the freeway, it's easy. Well, this is the main road, so it's not the freeway. Uh, 25 miles an hour through town. Of course, nobody abides by it except for me. I abide by the speed limit 100%. It's much easier to manage just to go the speed limit. Of course, you got people that want to run your bumpers down and ride your bumper the whole way. But we're going through the main town, which is there's a lot of stores and businesses and crosswalks and pedestrians, and you don't want to be going fast. You hear about it all the time. People hit pedestrians, and I always hear about it. And it's because these people are driving so fast. They hit bicyclists, pedestrians. You hear a lot about hit and runs, and people aren't being careful. They're just blasting through as fast as they can go, all in a hurry. Oh, it's got some cool little stores around here. One of these days I'll come out here. I'm out in Cheney, Washington. It's a small town. It's a college town out here. But I know I came out here once I moved a guy out here. And we went to a pizza place. It was really good. Can't remember where it was at. It's getting cold out here. Cold, icy and cold. Seems like a nice town. Living out here. They got a lot of nice stores and nice restaurants. I bet you the rents are probably more reasonable out here too. Turn down here so it's not too warm. They got pretty much everything you need out here. It's just small. I mean, it's like where I live is a lot of traffic. Here, you have all the restaurants. You got the same grocery stores that we have. You got the hardware store. Pretty much everything you need. There's less people. You got several. Oh, you got a hardware store. You got an auto parts store. You got, of course, restaurants, fast food. That's the thing. Sometimes you can live in a smaller town, and they'll have just the same conveniences in a big city. It's just you don't have to deal with as much traffic and as much population. I'm assuming probably less crime in a big city or a city. So sometimes it's not a bad idea. I thought about it. I just need to be closer. I mean, I'm not in a big city. I'm in a medium-sized city, but there's still quite a bit of traffic. But I like to be centralized so that when business is available, I'm kind of in the middle of it all. You know, I can go either way. Where you're kind of removed, but it's not that far. It's only about a half an hour out. Yep. Now I can kick it up to 40 miles an hour. Or 55. It's real nice and sunny out, but there is snow on the ground. You can't see it from where you're at, but there's snow on the ground here. And then I live another 7 miles or 5. Wait, no, maybe it's 10. Yeah, so 25 miles for me. Not too bad run. The pickup was right by where I live. Had 2 pickups, a pallet, some materials, and both are right by where I live. Because I live in an industrial area, so there's a lot of manufacturing there. So pick those up and pretty quick, easy pickups. Wasn't a lot of wait times. They were there, ready to go. Get to the drop off. Guy was there, ready to move the forklift. Dropped it off, so it didn't take very long. It took about about 45 minutes, maybe less, I don't know. $2 a mile round trip for both going there and coming back. Getting the full payment for the whole thing. And what's great though is like what I do is I invoice the day before, so I don't invoice today. I'll invoice in advance, and then I'll write down on the invoice, all the information, the price, and then locations and addresses that are going and coming back. So I get all that information out of the invoice, my information, my address, and then I'll put on the notes, if possible, I would prefer to have payment upon completion of job, and but if not possible, or you can mail it to this address, the check. So I get there and that check's already ready, because if I put that in the notes there, they have the invoice ahead of time, so they see it in the email and they can write the check and just wait till I get there, and then and then I hand them the paperwork and after I drop off the materials, and they hand me the check. So, and they're a reputable company. I take checks. Some people don't. I do. I've never had an issue with a check ever. So yeah, and I've been doing this for. I've been accepting checks. I mean, I prefer cash, or I do Venmo or Cash App. I don't have a credit card processing or PayPal. I'm looking into getting a processing through a company, but I don't have that, so I'll take checks. And I can't remember. I've been doing this business for quite a while, and I've accepted a lot of checks because over the years. I'm trying to think of one incident that had a problem. I can't remember. I know a lot of people are afraid to take checks because of all the balance or whatever. I don't know. It's personal preference, I guess. What's this guy doing? Just walking in the middle of the freeway? tire blew out. Shit. That's too bad. Okay, let's kick it in a notch here. We're going on the freeway now. Kick it into gear. Alright, there we go. So, this guy's really riding me hard here. Some people just can't accept it. You can go 70 miles an hour. That's fine on the freeway, but you want to go 90? Anyway, I was thinking, I put these pallets that I'm shipping are you know, pretty much all metal parts, and they got to be like 2,000 pounds. And they shrink wrap them so in these boxes, so nothing can fly around. It's in a box. But I watch these guys like on that are doing expediting, like what I'm doing with the pallet loads, and they strap the stuff down. And I'm wondering why they strap it. I mean, I guess because I'm used to just loading furniture and stuff, and I'll tie stuff down. But a lot of times when you load a whole truck, when it's packed full, you don't really need to tie a lot down. So I don't do a lot of tie downs unless it's just one item, you know, furniture or something, or a refrigerator or a stove. It's just one item, but I see these guys with these pallets, and they're strapping it down with ratchet straps every load. And I've done several pallets. I mean, I don't know how many pallets I've done over the years of flooring and parts and things. I've never once strapped it down, especially if they're 2,000 pounds or you know 1,000 pounds. I'm like, how in the world is that pallet going to move? Unless I'm missing something. I mean, unless you slam the brakes on and like going full speed. I mean, even then, I don't know if the pallet will move. I mean, at that weight sitting on the floor. It would take quite a bit of you know, like a shift in speed. I mean, you have to just at a complete stop. Yeah, I can see it maybe sliding a little bit, but and if the stuff's all shrink wrapped in the boxes, those boxes are already all wrapped in this shrink wrap, but they don't move around. So I was kind of curious if anybody out there that does pallet loads, if they've ever had an issue with a pallet sliding around in the back of their truck. If it's like 1,000, 2,000, I can understand if it's like a pallet of like, you know, stuff that's maybe 100, 200 pounds, yeah, it could slide around, but I don't really do those kind of pallets. Usually if you're going to forklift a pallet in materials, it's going to be something very heavy. You know, something lightweight, just pick it up, you hand load it. It's like boxes. I mean, I guess you could shrink wrap a light pallet in there, but so I guess in that case, but I don't think I'm going to be doing those very often, because I was looking into this company. They're looking for they're like a gig app, but they do freight shipments and stuff, and they're looking for, you know, cargo vans and that kind of thing. But they're very specific in what they want, and I looked into it. It seems to me like they want these vans with E-track systems and load bars and all that, which I've used when I drove a 48-foot trailer cross country. We used the E-track system, or whatever you call it, where it clips in. You can put load bars in there and all that. Load bars are really easy to use for heavy shipments, but they're very inconvenient for me to use for like furniture type stuff. It doesn't, unless you're gonna separate it with like we used to separate our loads with plywood. We'd stack it all the way up, and then we'd put these big pieces of plywood to separate the loads, and then we would put the paperwork, the invoices and stuff on the pallet so that we knew that which load it was, which shipment that was, the customer. But with a one pallet, I mean, I could do, like I did 2 loads today, but you could do 2 pallets back here, but it's not that hard. You're not going to have to set it. You know which one goes to which, because the invoice is on there. It's stamped on there, but I guess in that sense, if there's 2 pallets, you would want to keep it separated so and not slide into each other. I guess they could slide. I don't know. I'm not back in the truck. I'm not back there looking around to see if it's sliding, but I thought about maybe I could get one of those E-Track and install it inside there. It doesn't matter. It's not going to get in the way or anything. And maybe get some load bars, and then when I do these pallet loads, bring load bars. I know they have some. I used to have these a long time ago when I had a pickup truck. I had these things that were sort of like a load bar, but you stick them on one side of the truck, and then you crank it. It's like 2 rubber pads, and you crank it all the way out, and then you crank it so it's got all the pressure against both sides. So I could probably just get those. Those are better. Those are cheaper than load bars with the E-Track system. I think that's what they call it, E-Track. There are clips that you put along, and you can put those clips, or you can put load bars in there, and it holds. And you screw it to the side of the truck all along on both, like on the rails. You can put on both rails. So you can use those canvas clips. Like when I rent these big trucks, they always have the clips. Even ABF, they have the clips for the canvas straps, so that you don't have to, you're not tying it down. You're just clipping it clip it on the other side, and you're pulling the strap to hold the load back. But those big trucks all have I guess they call that E-Track. I don't know. I'm not sure what the name of that system is, but I know I've been using that for years, but I don't have that in this truck. I just tie things down. But now that I think about it, instead of investing in those clip systems or whatever, the E-Track or whatever, just buy those things I used to have in the pickup truck. I forgot where I got them from. I think I got it from Harbor Freight or something. I don't know. Can't remember. But over here, outside here. But yeah, that's good that I was talking about that, because I'd forgotten about those. When I had a pickup truck, I used them to hold back loads in the back of the truck, so it wouldn't move around. But like if I put big containers and stuff, I could crank that thing out and hold up the load against there. I should go look for those, because they weren't that expensive. I don't know why I got rid of them. But that would solve the issue, because you just basically what you're doing is you're just putting one in the back and one in the front of the pallet load, so it's not moving around. It holds it from moving either way. I mean, if it shifts like this, it's not a big deal. But so I'll have to look into that. Then I don't have to worry. Then I don't have to get that whole E-Track system. But like I said, 2,000-pound pallet, I highly doubt it's going to ever move around. I mean, I see these guys, they strap down every single load they do. They must be, all I can think of is they're doing light pallet loads, like they're not doing, very heavy machinery or anything like that. I mean, you have a flatbed truck, I understand you have to strap that, you got to chain it down, strap it. That's out of safety issue, but in a box truck, unless you have multiple pallets where they're going to bang into each other, I don't see the point. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe someone out there can clue me in on why that's so important. But like I said, I've done quite a few pallet shipments, heavy materials, and I've never had any pallet shipped around anywhere in there. Unless you're driving like a maniac, I guess. But I take it pretty easy. I don't know. Something to think about. for elevation. I think where I live, we get the least amount of snow in the area because we're lower, a little bit lower elevation than this area here. A bunch of traffic, so I gotta concentrate here. This is a whole load of cars coming right in here. They come in full blast. I hope I can get some more loads for that company. I noticed their truck is still doesn't look like it's working. That's the reason why they hired me, is because their truck's not working. They have a box truck they use for because they do pretty regular pickups to the place that I'm going to and drop-offs. There's like 3 or 4 different places in the area, and that's why they had their own box truck, the lift gate. So what they did is they probably used a pallet jack. If you have a lift gate, you don't need a forklift. You just lower the lift gates, get a pallet jack, jack it onto the lift gate, and then just raise up the lift gate and use the pallet jack to put it in there. So that saves time for, and especially if you're carrying your own pallet jack. So it saves time for them, maybe, so they don't have to bother forklifting it into the truck. I used to do that. I used to have rent a truck with a full lift gate, so I would do that kind of work. We just use the lift gate all the time. When I worked for North American Van Lines, I was in the warehouse. We were shipping out computer servers and electronics into a special part of their company. They contracted with a computer company to basically have a warehouse to ship all their high-end servers. Those are big things, so you'd have to wear smocks and these special uniforms so we wouldn't have any static electricity, and then we'd have to box these servers in these special crates, and then we'd pallet jack these things in, load up the trucks, and they'd go off on their way. So I did that quite a little bit of time, but so I know how to move those things around. It's probably a lot different now. Yeah, so I've been looking into these other freight apps, like what they call gig apps, like Uber, but they just concentrate on freight transport. And sometimes they're looking for either cargo vans or box trucks. So I look at that just for signing up for them, because it's always good to sign up. I sign up for oh God, I can't even think how many apps I've signed up for. I mean, mainly I'm doing my own jobs through my own ads, Craigslist and Google, but I also have all the apps available. Anytime I find a new app, I'll sign up for it. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything. Most of them don't charge you for the background check. Occasionally you'll find some that'll charge you for a background check, but for the most part, it's just that you just sign up, you give them all your information, your license. Sometimes you have to take a picture of your car, your truck, and your license plates and things like that, and upload it to their site. They do all the work. I mean, the computer does all the background checks and all that. And so then you have it on this app, and it gives you a map, and it gives you the opportunities. It'll notify you. Like Curry's one of them. It'll just notify you anytime there's what a shipment that's going out. Usually they're immediate shipments, and then you don't bid on the shipments. If it sits there, the payment may increase until someone picks up that shipment, because the companies they need that shipment to complete whatever they're doing, their project. Like the one today, they're really relaxed about the shipments. Like they'll tell me, hey, can you do it this week? Yeah, well, I can't do it today or tomorrow. Well, can you do it whenever? Anytime this week's fine. So they're not like on a deadline schedule to get their shipment. They just need that shipped at some point, and they can't pick it up because they don't have the truck working. So I do it for them, and I charge them $2 per mile, both ways. I don't deadhead on these trips, so I get my mileage for both ways paid for on the trip, but they don't mind that at all. But some of these companies, for whatever reason, they need that shipment immediately, so they'll put it up on the Curry app, Curry, which is CURRI, which I'm signed up for, but I have yet to pick up a load, because it seems to me like every time I see a Curry, and they're usually really good payouts. I'm not complaining about that, but I'll be in the middle of something else. Like yesterday, there was a really good Curry. It was paying like $80, and it was only going like 60. I mean, round trip 60 miles. So you're getting your $2 per mile, and it seemed like a pretty small shipment. I think not a big shipment, and. But I had a dentist appointment, and I'm not gonna reschedule. You know how hard it is to get a dentist appointment these days? Man, if I would have just taken that Curry and canceled my dental appointment, I'd have to wait like 3 months to get into the dentist. They're so busy, they're so backed up, they don't have they're really short, because I talked to the dental hygienist there, and they're because I had to get root scaling and all that, and I had to get some fillings and things, and I have a lot of work to do on my teeth, but besides the point, you can't, it took me I think I had to wait like 3 or 4 months to get an appointment after I had one of my tooth had it removed, and then I had all this other work I had to do, and it was like 3 months before I could get in there, because they said that they're short on hygienists. So if you want to get a good career and you want to be a dental hygienist, they're in demand. They need them, and they also I see a lot of jobs for nurses and stuff. So medical field, man, they need a lot of people, but that's not something I'm interested in. But if someone would be, that's definitely a good career. Anyway, that's besides the point. What I'm saying is I wasn't going to cancel my dental appointment and have to wait another 3 months just to go do an $80 shipment shot. I forgot about it. But so what was I going to say? Oh God, there's something going on here. It's an accident. Let's see what's going on here. Oh my God, stuff on the road. Wow, look at that. Something is all over the road. The cops are or the state troopers are cleaning up the road. Something got jacked. I mean, the thing about it, I see this all the time. These guys don't tie their loads down, and stuff just flies all over the freeway. I've seen it in front of me. I mean, it's ridiculous. And then the cops have to, like that. They have to stop. I mean, that's a dangerous situation. They have to clean that stuff off the road. If you hit that stuff, it could. I mean, not going to get into every story that I came across with that kind of stuff. But the worst was when I was driving on the freeway. I think it was the 405 or something. I can't remember what freeway it was, but the pickup truck in front of me, they had the tailgate down. I don't know what was in the back. I don't even know what flew out of the truck. I thought it was, to me, when I saw him hit a bump in front of me, I could see it. Excuse me. It looked like the tailgate, because I wasn't really, because it happened so fast. But the more I thought about it after it happened, I'm almost positive because he had his tailgate down, that it bounced and it disengaged from like where the clips to, where it's hooked into, and the whole tailgate flew off because it came down to the ground. I was right there. I couldn't stop because you're going 60 miles an hour. And I ended up flying, like running right over the tailgate, whatever it was. I think it was the tailgate. And problem was, so I got pretty decent mirrors, so I can see. Wait till I get around here. I'll tell you the story when I get around here. This is kind of a tough place to turn right here. You gotta pay attention. No, stop. When we stop, I'll tell you the story. So, I hit this tail, whatever. I think it was a tailgate. I'm not totally positive. It was something fairly large that came out of the pickup truck in front of me. And it went under the wheels. I could feel it. I don't think it damaged anything under the truck. Possibly, maybe that's why my exhaust is messed up. That might have damaged it. I don't know. There's no way of knowing. So when I looked in the mirror, I saw the thing. When it hit my back tires, it literally flipped this item. Like I think it was whatever, like I said, the tailgate of the truck, and it spun up in the air about 10 to 15 feet, 10 feet in the air. Like it was spinning. I could see it, and it landed on the lady's car's windshield behind me. I could see it smash right under her windshield. So, this was crazy. So I couldn't turn out. I couldn't pull over. I mean, you're talking about the freeway didn't have any. It was no way to pull over at that point. So I went to the next exit, and I turned around, and it was, I had to go all the way back, and then I turned around, and I went and pulled over where she was at. She had to pull over, and I was making sure she was okay. She was fine, but her windshield was all smashed. And I gave her my information. I said, if you need, she said she thought it was something that came out of my truck. I was like, no, it came off the pickup truck in front of me. And let me get this here. I'm gonna go take this corner here. I'll tell you the story. So she was like, let me take your information down for insurance, whatever. So she was gonna call the police and all that. So I gave her my phone. I gave her all my information. Said, if anyone needs a witness to what happened, give me a call. I saw it. It was right in front of me. So if you want to find out whose items it was that damaged your car and almost like created a severe. I mean, it could have been fatal. That was crazy. Like the thing flew right into her windshield. So after I saw that. I'm I stayed way back behind people because I was pretty far behind this guy, but the thing came flying at me, so nothing I could do about it. So yeah, that was a dangerous situation, and that's happened several times. That's not the only time it's happened. I can tell you other times where stuff flew out of a pickup truck or a flatbed. One time I was behind a flatbed of these pallets, like stacked pallets, and the straps broke, and I was behind the flatbed, and all the pallets came down right in front of me on the freeway. I'm in my car at that time, and I'm a small car, like a small Kia, and I'm flying over these pallets, like smashing over them. I pulled over, and the guy jumped out of his truck. And he was like literally trying to grab him. I'm like, dude, I don't think you want to do that, getting on the freeway like that. So I called the police, you know, that's crazy. I don't know what happened to the guy. I got fined or what. I had to wait till the police got there, and I took off. But you know, once they got the road blocked off, but stuff like that, it's just crazy. And so you got to be real careful when you're out there. If you see trucks with like flatbed with stuff on it, try to stay with, you know, a little bit further back from them, because they if those straps break, you're done. I mean, if you're behind it. And but yeah, also pickup trucks too. A lot of guys, they don't strap their loads down, and the stuff flies out. I see it all the time. Mattresses, you name it. Pieces like plywood or whatever. Because the wind, what happens is you're going 60 miles an hour. And sometimes even if you have stuff strapped down, if you don't have it strapped really good with a good solid like canvas ratchet straps, the wind kind of picks it up, and especially if it's a windy day or something like that. That stuff takes off. It's flying everywhere. It's all over the freeway. I saw another guy was driving down. He had I don't know, like these big rolls of insulation, and I don't know if he had strapped down or not or what, but they were flying everywhere, and they were all over the road. And the guy was on the side of he pulled over, and he was like running out on the freeway trying to grab this stuff, which is really dangerous. First thing you do is you want to call the police or the state troopers or something. Tell them they can have to block the road off or something. It's all over. Sun down here. So yeah, it's you got to be careful out there. It's kind of why I like the box truck. And I mean, I've done pickup truck loads, and I'll put tarps on it, strap it, and make sure everything's really. I'm very OCD about that stuff. I don't want anything to fly out of my truck, so I'm very OCD when it comes to it. So with a box truck, I don't worry so much. I just shut the door, and that's it. I don't have to worry about it. I guess I just started talking about that because I saw that stuff on the freeway when the police were cleaning up. Some people drive so fast on these roundabouts, man. It's like they're ready to flip their cars. What's the point? I actually saw that one time when I was living near the grocery store. I lived right where the main drag was, and a guy, he came out of the, I don't know how he did that. I was like, it just didn't make any sense to me. Like, how can you come out of a grocery store and then just flip your car? You know, it's like, it didn't make any sense at all. I mean, how do you go that fast on just a regular side street where you can roll your car? So, how I found out about how I saw it happen is I didn't really see it happen. I just heard some screaming, and I ran outside and I saw a car upside down with people hanging. They were strapped to their seat belts and stuff, but they were upside down, and the paramedics and everybody, the cops were there getting them out. I was like, how did he roll his car? Out of, I mean, it just doesn't make, I mean, I can understand on a freeway going 60, 70 miles an hour. This guy was just coming out of a parking lot. I didn't get it. That's how crazy some drivers are. Now we're back home now. journey and a half. Not too bad, actually. Oh, I got my shades on there. Didn't even need them. So, that's it. Get all my stuff collected up. I check the back truck, make sure everything's organized for the next load. I usually take a picture of my mileage so I can, I keep a log of my mileage. Anyway, thanks for watching. I know it's just telling you some stories about the road, but that's kind of the whole idea. Sometimes when I'm driving along, I'm just thinking about these things. Figure maybe I'll just document it. Sometimes I forget about that stuff until later. I have other stories about that, about some of that stuff flying out of trucks. I just don't have enough time right now to talk about it. Be careful out there on the road. It's be as safe as possible, and hope you're all making money out there and getting some good jobs and being prosperous. 10-foot truck, good attitude, services.